Welcome to the K-Pop Top 5. K-Pop Top 5.
Top 5.
Hello, everybody. We are back. It's me, DJ McIver, at Ms. DJ McIver on all platforms, here with.
Known as AMW Loves on Instagram and my website.
Great. Here we are. It is the K-Pop Top 5 for August 14th, 2026. It's been a very, very crazy week. The playlist is great. I will say that. But we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of news here and there during the playlist. And the bonus track is going to be updates on the BLACKPINK fan sign situation, the 10th anniversary. Updates on also twice another member has officially left. Updates on Mark, that'll happen maybe a little bit in the playlist. JHOPE and RM at Chris Brown, an Usher's concert, and V8 and FKA twigs. That was crazy. And then also Hearts to Hearts incoming just this morning, acting crazy on Japanese television. We have so much to talk to you about. It's the K-Pop Top 5. Let's get into the top 5 for this week. Angelica, what's your first pick?
Well, my first pick is a pick that everyone is popping off about. It is Pop Off by Kiki. And it is just like, it brings me back to when I was at a Sweet 16 on a party bus with Poland Spring bottles filled with Bacardi. And it was just like, it just takes you back to an era where that, like, it's like that crunchy electro pop that, like, you really, like, not the modernized version, the version that you grew up with. And so I just really love the direction that they've been going in. And this song is bound to pop off.
Yeah, that's right. That's also my number one pick for this week. Kiki, they are the new girl group of the year. It's really not, they're not kidding. They are really, with the art design, the fruitigier, arrow style, the continuing this, we're on, because now that we're in widescreen, you can't have the aspect ratio problem of what music videos used to look like. They solve it by just making the whole widescreen like a desktop. And also that's something that Artemis did for their song. So it's like we're in this specific zone style-wise. The song, crunchy pop music. It's Kesha, it's Britney Spears, Till the End of the World. Like they're mismashing like all these weird, fun, like early pop 2000s, like mid 2010s.
Like we're giving like 2009.
Yeah, like in there. It's just so much fun, and they are dancing their asses off as always. This is a Starship girl group, and they're really showing how Starship girl groups, the girls can sing, the girls can dance, a couple of the girls can rap, and they are going to shuffle and bop on these stage. They're wearing sneakers. They are not playing. I love it.
And that's, it's serious. When you put them in a functional shoe,
When
cute
Starship
dance,
says, sneakers, And there's something about the way that they're kind of color-coded that reminds me of Sistar at the very beginning. Actually, not at the very beginning. They always did this like kind of Fanta-girl fantasy image, and I kind of think even I've started that way. So it's like,
well, it
just
even reminds
fun.
me. Well, I was gonna say it even reminds me a little bit of Weekly with their debut single, with like that similar styling too. Like it's just like that early 2000s, like especially what Zara Larsson latched onto, like trinkets galore, like Decora fashion. If you're into that, like, well, not like super Decora, but like Decora light, if you will. But really having, it's kind of a pushback on the clean girl vibes that have been going on, and like everyone in black and everyone sexy, and it's like we're gonna include variety again.
Yes, and I love it. Yeah, that's why they're, number one on our top 5 this week. So that was you popped off. Where do you want to take us next for your number 2?
Oh, I think I will take you on a journey with a lovely serenade. So my number 2 pick is aespa Serenade. Let me pull this up so I can make sure I say this full EP correctly because it's a lengthy one. But
It sure
aespa pretty much
is.
dropped some of their live collab tracks from their tour Sync. And I picked Serenade, which is Karina and Winter's duet. The full kind of single album title is Sync with a Y because they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
AE, so Axis Line, and then 2026
Oh.
special digital single. So they, SM likes to get creative in Kwangya. So, so that's why I picked Serenade. And like again, I know I just said the whole thing of like we're going away from the all black, all sexy, and they're literally in all black and they have like a sexy vibe. However, they do a cute little nogue throughout it. And if you don't know what noguing is, it's Vogue, but not really. So it's like it's such a cool vibe. And honestly, like I'm a little like leaning towards maybe I'll go see aespa in concert. I haven't seen them live in a few years, and I mean like their performance abilities have only like grown over time. Like I think people truly don't understand the work ethic it takes to go from like do a tour in Japan, go to Lollapalooza, go back to Korea, do 2 more nights, and then meanwhile we're getting all the music video content, YouTube video. I mean these women are workhorses, and with Serenade, I'm like, and you're still singing and dancing with full energy, serving face as always. I mean, truly, it's just a good strut song. Like if you know, you know, but you could go to a certain club in Hell's Kitchen and definitely hear this song, and it would be great.
Yeah, I mean, those girls know how to do it. SM knows how to make very good music. I feel like I have seen clips or heard clips from this song before. I definitely feel like I know it. And it's definitely in that almost whiplashy phase of their discography. So it's just I mean, no one's not going to love that. And wow, Winter and Karna, yeah, they really, really hit that. Speaking of hit it, you know what? Speaking of hit it, I'm going to choose Stay Tonight. That's going to be my number 2 pick for this week. Why? Because the vibe shift from aespa to this song, it's very much there. Stay Tonight is just now. Talk about nogging, Chungha is voguing, and that is just like very much quite the difference. We talked about it with Algorithm a couple of weeks ago, and this is really the song that got the girls together. Like she never needed to go off this hard, and she still performs this song live. This song wrecks my body, but I think my body's like, you know what, maybe my shoulders can really handle this, and so I'm like trying to prepare myself a little bit physically for the possibility. But yeah, I love it. That's why it's my pick of the week, number 2.
Oh, I love that pick because I love Miss Chungha. We love her, and she even performed at Waterbomb, and I'm just like, girl, I don't know if you're doing this for your own health or like there are other reasons, but I need you to make some more music because I just love what you do. I truly do. And you know who else I love and who else can stay tonight is Mr. Taemin.
I know that's right.
So my number 3 pick is going to be Taemin, Permission. So this is his newest track, and it is in both English and Korean on one song, and a little more English than like his usual like Korean songs. And in the English part of the lyrics, he says, all night, yeah, because I decide how I live my life. I'm going to show you that other side. And let me tell you something. I have been with Taemin, and I are the exact same age, but he was born in July and I was born in August. So we are the same age. So to grow up alongside this man is a thing of like, every time I felt like, oh, am I like doing enough? I look at him and I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more with my life. But also, it's so true. Every time I'm just like, we're the same age and he is doing all of this and the third. And he doesn't need permission to do any of it. And truly, like, I just love how like charismatic this song is because we know Minho is flaming charisma. Yes, he owns that. But this time, it's time for Taemin to show the charisma that he has as a solo artist, which is why it was my number 3 pick.
Taemin, love you. Now, tour coming up October 23rd, you said?
At Prudential Center in New Jersey.
So there we go. Last year, I was that last year? Yeah, it was. I was at his concert. Amazing. permission. I think this song debuted for Coachella, his Coachella set. I think it was like 3 or 4 new songs that he just kind of threw out there. And of course, we knew that we ended up figuring out why that was, because his company ain't paying nobody nothing. And here we are.
Former company,
thank God, out of the grasp of death. And luckily, our boy is out on tour, making more music. He also put out another song this morning. We've got a lot of stuff. I think this is the end. It's clearly like a tone piece for the tour, and also I don't know that it's too much giving us what the next single is going to be, but it definitely felt like, oh, we're reflecting, we're closing a chapter on that last company, and we're going to the next thing. I am so excited.
And I mean, speaking of going to the next one, what's your number 3 pick, DJ?
My number 3 pick, let's talk a little bit about former SM members. My number 3 pick is going to be NCTU 7th Sense. It is NCT's 10th anniversary. So we've been talking like last week, we're at BLACKPINK's 10th anniversary. We're at Twice's end of 10. So that means on the SM side, it's been a rough go of the last 2-3 years for NCT. Actually, I guess it's been a rough go the last 5 years if we start all the way back with Chris, because I feel like every year after that has been a little bit of a disaster PR-wise for them, right? So I'm choosing 7th Sense. What a way to debut. That really was maybe the most impactful thing. They were really gonna go into this deep trap kind of vibe, to have Taeyong's voice and Mark's good rap and Do-young singing. Then we have 10 and they're all and Jaehyun. Everybody is dancing. This is one of my favorite choreography pieces for a boy group ever. The music video is so good. It really set the tone for what NCT was gonna do with the 5 members who clearly were going to anchor the group in each of their aspects. So that's how I feel about that. But let's talk about Mark. Girl, what are you doing? Please. This is me as an older person saying to you, if you're in Fort Lee, New Jersey right now, there's a problem. We shouldn't be this close to each other. I don't feel like that should be happening. You're better than whatever is going on in that man's house right now.
Like, when it comes to Mark Lee, the thing is, it's like, and it's just like, first of all, you're Canadian and you chose to be in Fort Lee, New Jersey, of all places. You could have healthcare up there. You could still praise up there and do your thing. And it's one of those things of just like, I know he talked in depth with the members, and I bet some members even tried to, convince him otherwise, but he was probably because the thing is, we are both August 2nd Leos, and as a fellow stubborn Leo, which is also Charlie XX is an August 2nd Leo, we are very stubborn people, and I get that. So I'm speaking to my little brother in a sense. There is so much more outside of your current circumstance. There are so many more people you could reach out to outside of your current circumstance. And I hope that eventually he realizes, if the rumors are true, that there are more ways to praise a higher power and more ways to, because people do attach to faith. And that is perfectly, that is your life, that is your vibe. But there are ways to do it that are healthy and not healthy and like, oh, you're living in a married man's home with like wife and kids. It's like, no, you can have your own place and you can still go to your church, be a part of your community, and practice faith in other ways than like being, confined to this current situation. And I kind of mentioned this offline, like truly all he has to do, put out a statement of like, I'm going through some things. I need to take some time for myself, take a good 8 months to a year off. Someone from SM could reach out. He slips back into NCT. And then again, he's once again covered by like his members, his company, and like everyone else. Cause it's like, we don't know the behind the scenes of his idol life. Cause obviously he was one of the most, if not the most, outside from like Taeyong himself, members of NCT. So yes, there's an overworking element to that extent, but it's also like for this to be, the life you choose to sink into, I just hope that he takes the time to explore other areas and other lanes. And honestly, with his rapping skills, YG, give him a call because he could be a trainer for your trainees. Come on now. And they have training centers in New Jersey. So, hey, you know what I mean? Like, there are other options.
Yeah, it's quite a shame. The signals were there last year with his solo debut album, and then we talked about him just a couple of months ago with the Confederate flag thing. So to me, it's like, all right, now seeing this with he's living with his manager, all of that. I think it's very unfortunate, and again, to reiterate kind of what my feelings are for like common ground, it is that spirituality is not to be taken lightly, and the power that can be wielded through faith is very important, actually. Even so, how you direct that energy and who gets that energy from you should be very protected. I don't personally feel like you should be pouring your religious, spiritual faith into the pockets of other people. That's just where I am personally on it. And I think if you ever feel like something might be too much, and also you're paying this person a whole lot of money in order to give you the pass to acknowledgement, awakening, spiritual rebirth, all of those things, then I think there's a problem. So you're young. You were in this company for a really long time. You were very much indoctrinated since before you were legally able to like really make decisions. You're basically only just now at the point of your brain like fully stopping functioning. So nobody's going to blame you for anything. No one is. But definitely get help. Get help. I hope you have family actually around you in Jersey. That's what I hope. Then maybe I won't be too worried. But definitely take care of yourself, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to take care of?
You know what? Actually, no, because I am the queen of a transition. And you know what? While we're talking about how we hope Mark has an opportunity to be reborn, I'll go into my number 4 pick, which is Taeyeon I solo version.
Oh. Yes.
So this song, for those who don't know, and I can't believe how old this song is. I won't say it because I'm not aging myself anymore. This song is about, coming up to and on the other side of adversity and finding a new, a new beginning. And, as she famously says, my life is a beauty, but sings it much better than I can say it. And, she's in the Windows 98, background of it all. Oh, love it. Every time. And so it's just like a song that I've been listening to on repeat. I don't know if it's something I've been channeling lately or just been feeling personally, or just that like Jupiter is in Leo and the sun is in Leo, and like during the eclipse, parade. Everyone and their mama was in Leo, and my mom is actually a Leo, which is hilarious. Like everything was in Leo. And it's just like this feeling of just like beginning again and finding new perspectives, and just, just feeling like a new sense of freedom from the newness of a path that's not fully solidified yet. And so just, I don't know why I'm like, so like, oh my God, I'm all in this space right now. But yes, I've actually shifted away from yearning for an episode to go into a life journey. And that is why Taeyeon I made my top 5.
Gorgeous. Luscious. I mean, luscious is my favorite word to use for a very delicious, another word. Taeyeon's voice is one of the most needs to be protected voices of all time, I feel like. And this song really does like show off all the reasons why her vocal interpretation is immaculate. The way that she glides through phrases, long, extensive phrases, so high up in the tessitura, such a nice open like mask. One of the clearest voices in K-pop. She's taking care of it. It is that SM training. The one was her vocal coach. Like That is he always cites her as her best student. Like, she is the voice of what you expect an SM vocal to sound like. And honestly, everyone 2 generations later, they're not better than her. You're not better than her. You can be great in your own right, but
Yeah.
her voice, that training, that's the blueprint.
One of a
And so
kind.
yeah, love it. What else do I love? Oh, you know what? So we're going through a little bit of a kind of old balladier phase. So I will actually choose another ballad for my next pick, Hyolyn, Offline. So Hyolyn, I have actually been staying away from her because of her singing the N word. What was it, like a year or two ago? And so and then Check came out, and Check was very much just a blob release as far as I'm concerned. It's very easy for her to do that. The music video, it's Beyonce. Like, that's
Truly,
what it is.
I was the moment I saw it, I was like, "Isn't that Beyonce from Crazy in Love?" I'm not mistaken.
Like,
but
I'm
in a
like,
Western,
that's all that is. Yeah, and I'm like, why are we doing this? I don't understand. And then this morning, it was like, all right, either I'm gonna choose Check or I'm gonna listen to another song on this album, because it's not like she makes bad music. And so Offline is the ballad of the album, and it's a nice, like, synthy little, not too much a ballad, actually. I want to say it's one of those synthy slow jams that go into the ballad. It's like we're having sex. This song is we're gonna be having sex. This whole album, I think, is all in English, which to me is unnecessary for her. I feel like she just doesn't need to put out all English music, but this song is just really good. It's really sexy. This is the way I love to hear her sing. It is kind of the song, that kind of song that I would like to hear her put out. She could do a little dance to this, a sexy little heel number, and I feel like this would just be, I don't want to say a better single, but it would be a more functional single for her artistically in the direction that I would like to see her singles go. Check is too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. But love you, Holland. I'm gonna now start listening to your music again and hope that you don't say that.
I mean, if you think it's too easy, maybe she's taking a note from Tinashe.
Well.
And we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later, because my girl went off.
Oh, you know what? Speaking about going off, I'm going to head into I think this is my last pick. Yes, it is. Speaking about going off, we're going to go off about a magne that I still cannot fully process that he's even completed his military service. We're talking about
crazy.
Zello with Ella. And I mean, like, with Zello, he was always my bias in BAP. Like, I love Zello. I've seen BAP live every time they touch foot in New York. And when Bang Young-gook comes to New York, I always see his concerts too. I love BAP. I am a baby and a warrior if you're an OG baby. You know, we used to call ourselves that. I mean, all the push-ups with the one shot, holy one shot. But like Zello's Ella, I'm just like, he's a man. He's a man now. And it's very sensual, very, Latin influences are present. And I mean, he even did like a cute little almost BuzzFeed style, like read the comments video, like read the comments and reactions to Ella in English, Korean, and Spanish. And I'm so proud that he continued to do music and didn't like shy away from entertainment. Are you watching it?
I'm watching this music video. I cannot believe.
Right. Because that was my face. That's how I recognized it. And when, like, it's just one of those things of like, you still remember that bleach blonde, ramen haired, like mask on the face, rapping at 50 miles an hour, comparable to Eminem fast. I mean, to then this. And I'm just like, I'm so like, moves are still smooth. I mean, voice is sultry, and he sings in the pocket of his range, and it's just a lovely groove song, and it's so sensual and just so lovely, and that's why it made my top 5 this week.
Oh, I love this song. I love this music video. The music video itself, very simple but effective performance shots. This dance is so fun. He starts off in the beginning, the first verse, going into the pre-chorus or the chorus, doing a front roll into a Kpop. I'm like, what? And you forget that he was like the
Yes.
dancer of that group. He is
Yes.
dancing his ass off. This is
Hmm.
another like tropical house vibe, a la Card, a la Bi. Ooh, what's
2017 summer,
BT
like,
BT? Yeah, it's
uh-huh.
this is ooh, this is
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
crazy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow,
He's
I can't believe
all
what
grown
I'm
up.
seeing. Wow, he has a pelvis tattoo going down that.
Yes, yes, he
What am
does.
I seeing?
Yes,
Okay,
he does. Yes, he does.
so also when he showed up on Twitter, like, or no, I'm not on Twitter, on TikTok about was it 2 years ago. I follow him, love him. He's so
Mhm.
funny. Like he's just been kind of slowly getting back. Well, since I guess he got back out of the military, he's been
Mhm.
back on TikTok. And I was like, all right, are you like gearing up for like solo? Like, what's happening here? And then he's just slowly talking. I love it. This is a great
Mhm.
strategy. Zello, this is
Yeah.
a great song.
I'm so proud.
I
Yes.
really love it.
And also, he did a dance challenge with him and Alexa. And I'm like, speaking of two solo artists that need more attention, I'm like, I mean,
I know
and
that's
they're
right.
both amazing performers. I'm just like, if you don't know who Zello is, first of all, it's that classic joke of like, you don't know who Zello is, she's too young for you, bro. Like, that's like, first of all, like, I mean, truly, I'm so proud of him. And I'm like, I think, is Jungkook still in the military? I don't know if he is.
I
I should check
don't
on
know
that.
if
But
he is either. I don't think I've heard anything about him lately, so he must still be in the
yeah.
military.
So when Jungkook gets out, I need Jungkook and Zello to make a sexy duo and just woo us all, please and
Yeah,
thank you.
more music. That song
Yeah.
is literally great. I can't wait to hopefully maybe get more music from all of them together. Something,
Mhm.
because the wait, well worth the wait. This is
Yeah.
like a whole complete transformation for all of them now. So I
Mm.
am kind of like, hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Speaking of let's do it, go ahead now. Speaking of young ones, I said that a little bit earlier. You said that a little bit earlier. This is a
Yeah.
young group for my final pick
Mhm.
on my portion of the K-pop top 5. Now's Achilles. So, after admitting to everybody that I go to all K-pop for my news, I decided that I really would change my ways and go to Soompi. So I was on Soupy this morning, and I was like, actually, let me just go on the music tab and just scroll through the M Countdown performances. Again, looking for releases. There weren't a whole lot of releases this week. Very
Mhm.
strange to me. It feels like this should have been someone's week, or it's just a 2 week shadow period. Because
Mhm.
Card to me should be taking everything. Well, we've got Red Velvet and Card kind of
Yeah.
maybe taking everything for these competition shows on the weekend, but also I
Mhm.
think it's like a holiday in Korea going into the
Well, I was
school
gonna say.
year.
Well, I was gonna say actually, this weekend is KCON weekend out in LA, so maybe everyone's like focusing over there.
That's what it is. Everybody is dropping the music for KCON. Yeah, so they were all done anyways.
Yeah.
So we have Now's Cube's new boy group. They've been around for maybe a year. The name of the song is Achilles. What's so good about this is that it is in the music video they're doing two things. It's very weird, but I kind of like it. It's a Wonder Girls Nobody kind of recreation slash update, and then it is a 5-member boy band where we're touching each other and gay baiting. So it's like, is it supposed to be TXT? Is it supposed to be like it's the denim and white kind of thing on a psych background that's very simple, like 90s esque, like group vibes, but then
Mhm.
it's just the clarity of the shots are so much different and the quality. So
Mhm.
it's very, it kind of really echoes how slick the production is, because this is a very like 80s synth, like boppy, ooh, slick track, but then it has
Mhm.
very K-pop boy group nowadays vocals, and so it's a very fun kind of dichotomy for a Cube group. I wouldn't expect a Cube boy group to sound like this or look like this, but then this is definitely a Cube music video, it feels like to me.
Yeah. I mean, I only took one pass at the video, but as I mentioned offline, call back to Yellen. But I was like, this kind of goes into that like retro pop vibe into a queer Gap commercial. Like that's exactly
Oh,
what happened. Because
yes.
because that like denim on a white background, I think Gap, like it truly is just like that branding. And I mean, are they trying to kind of like foster a Gap brand deal? I don't know. Manifest it. Do you, Cube? But I mean, I'm curious to know how this group evolves and how things unfold. They're still in like that early stage, so it's like nothing too
Hmm.
crazy should happen yet. So right now it's just kind of like the bop era where it's like release bop after bop and then we'll take it from there.
Yes. Lovely. That's our K-pop top 5 for the week of August 14th. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
continue now with our non-K-pop picks.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go first?
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll start with a fresh new Horizon. That is my first non K-pop pick. Horizon spelled with a three, again, unique spelling. Um, they have a song, well, they have several songs. The song I chose is called Future Self. And you might think, oh, is this another aspirational track? I'm like, you could say it, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is an Epic Records. It's a part of Sony Music, trio of a girl group, all vocals, so powerful. They don't have a music video for this, but they have done a live performance, and then they have an audio only version on YouTube. And it's more like, why can't a girl just build up her roster? That's a problem for my future self. That's the theme of the song. You're like, Angelica, what are you going through? Don't mind. But it's one of those
Ding,
things where just
ding.
like, you can only yearn for so long. And then sometimes you're like, you know what? That's a problem for my future self. And, I support it. If you want, so long as you're safe in what you do, build up your roster, flirt, have fun. They are young, fresh, and on the music scene. And honestly, with their vocals, like they have genuine talent and they have a solid image and vibe. And I definitely see them going places. So that is my first non K-pop pick.
Amazing. Yeah, like the vocals are not a joke on these three. They have such wonderfully stacked harmonies. The kind of thing that really makes a pop song roar is harmonies. And it's if when it comes to a girl group, three voices. I don't think you need more. After that, it's multiples of three because in order to like kind of fit the harmonies and like keep everything nicely spaced out. But these three really sound like a unit. It's nice. I watched the live performance, the way that they look
Mm-hmm.
at each other, engage with each other while delivering the song, and it these are real singers. These are real singers. How can you
Mm-hmm.
not root for three girls who just sound this tight together? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, actually, all right, sisters. I am
Yeah.
gonna, well, I mean, I don't know if are they sisters,
I don't
Horizon?
know about that part.
But
But you know what? They're sisters in music.
yeah, sisters in music. The sisters
Yep.
with voices, SWV. And here are some
Mm-hmm.
more sisters with voices. The Womack sisters, If I Let You. Now, Bobby Womack, for those of you who don't know, he's a lauded singer. These are his daughters. There's a lot going down there that I'm kind of just stepping aside and not explaining, but these are his daughters, the Womack sisters. They are, and they're doing a thing that I think that is really great right now in Black music. What we're seeing is a lot of artists like Infinity Song. They just put out their album. I chose Hurricane on the playlist, maybe at the first or the second episode, maybe the second or the third episode. Uh, we're going back to very acoustic, traditional productions on
Mm-hmm.
vocals and on songwriting and on orchestrations and arrangements. This is a very 60s R&B pop song, like the way that you would expect to hear the Supremes sing it. It
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds new, it sounds classic instantly, and the music video is just the three of them, very gorgeous, standing and delivering the vocals. And
Mm-hmm.
how can you deny it? You absolutely cannot deny what these women are doing. It is so good.
And I remember they came across. That's why when you said the Womack sisters, I went, wait a second. I think I've seen them like on my feed, and
Yeah.
like the thing about this sound too, it's not on the nose, but it is like doo-wop adjacent in a way, and it
Mm-hmm.
reminds you of just like, especially in an era where, and I feel like I'm going to sound like a curmudgeon when I say this, but in an era when it's always just like, everything has to be like, and I'm not saying that I'm against this because I love it too, but I love that we can show more than just like a thong here and shaking on another race truck, and like I got my boys on the right and my girls on the left. Like I just love that we can like re-expand and re-educate truly, the variety that, I mean, of course Black people made music, period, but
Yes.
like,
Period.
but it's more of like, the variety of Black music in America as we know it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things of just like expanding that discography, expanding that knowledge, and really showcasing of like, these styles were popping back in the day and they're going to pop today as well. And it's like there's more than synths. I love a synth. We all know I love a synth and a drum kick, but like I just love this vibe that they have.
Yes, isn't it? It's absolutely lovely. Opposite of synths. Well, no, you're going to synths,
Well,
I
yeah,
suppose.
I'm going back to the thing that I love. So I remember I said I
Me
do
too.
appreciate these things, but
Me
I
too.
also, I'm like, I do love a little like, a cute little suit moment where you're dancing in front of Mike. But when someone breaks your heart, you got to put on the mini skirt, you got to grab those high heels, and you got to say, "Isn't it ironic how you're obsessed with me?" And Marquise did exactly that because she went, "Oh, you want to wish me that I'm gonna go, to HE double hockey stick? All right. Isn't it ironic that now you're obsessed with how great I'm doing and how good I'm looking and how great I'm moving?" And and it's just like, I don't know who broke her heart with her, her first two debut releases. I don't know who did it. I thank you because these songs are amazing. And some people say like, the best songs are made through heartbreak because like, yes, you can make a cute
Mhm.
lovey-dovey song, but when your heart is broken, that's when you get a pop. And this is truly that. And I mean, I'm so glad she's not in Cat's Eye so she can make bops like this for us.
Yeah, everybody should go see this music video. This girl is dancing. She is
Yeah.
delivering like a classic early 2000s dance music video. It's icy blue and steel and sky, and that's just about it. She's behind the glass,
Mm-hmm.
performing through for your viewing, but also don't touch me. Like
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah.
powerful visuals and shots, and she really connects with the camera really
Yes.
really well. I
Mm-hmm.
it's everything that you want to see a pop girl do. Absolutely everything.
So
Lovely.
good. I mean, speaking of what you want to see a pop girl do, DJ, take it
speaking
away.
speaking of what you want to see a pop girl do, my
Mm-hmm.
final pick for the playlist this week is Tinashe, Melatonin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I
Throw the hat,
said,
throw the shoe. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I this dance, this song starts in the club, and then she says, "All right, I guess I'll take you out for just a little quick verse," and then she's like, "Back to the club, hoes. We're dancing, and it's just that's the beat goes hard, and it's just everything you want to be making yourself dance. Go watch the music video. Speaking of, it's another very simply shot performance dance video with great styling,
Mm-hmm.
great setups where the production design is doing one thing, the styling of her outfits in contrast to the environment is doing another. We're in nicely wide angles so that we get to see her body in these silhouette shapes, and she, as a dancer, is containing herself and her movement in opposition to Too Easy. She is really saying, I'm not doing all that choreography here. There are a couple of things, but this is about movement itself being the captivating thing for this music video. And so she's got a lot of dancers, a lot of models, a lot of different styles of dancers also in the frame. Really lovely editing going on. It's pop star packaging. Period, plain and simple. Tinashe is really showing you how it's done, and she
Mm-hmm.
said she made it look too easy. That was not a lie. She took you on a little crash out journey about how she is feeling about people stealing her shit, and you're gonna listen to this song, and people are gonna steal the structure of this song. This is not a structure that anybody hears. Now, here we are, August 14th, 2026. We'll see how we start hearing people doing songs with this structure of a crazy beat with very little going on in the vocal and then one verse. You know, Wano did it similarly in Don't Wake Me Up, but then he's using this chant that makes it very EDM. Tinashe is like, I'm modulating my voice with the production and the bass and the synth that's going in a completely different direction. It's that this is the difference between craftsmanship and artists. Like 100%. Wonho, Don't Wake Me Up, and now with Tinashe and Melatonin, we are really in the club, y'all. Get your ass out in the club. Yeah.
And all these clubs need to make drinks half price immediately so we can party how we used to. And also, like with this music video, not in terms of sound, but in terms of visuals and movement, I had like a light bulb moment of like when people would always say like Ariana Grande back in the day was kind of copying, or not kind of, but was copying Victoria Monet. With this, I looked at when I was watching like clips of this video, I was like, Lisa? Like that's like I went, that's where they got her. And like we all knew like many of K-pop companies have copied Tinashe. Many. Only one person appropriately shouted her out, and that's why we still, or at least I still, in a way, rock with Jay Park, because he knows who to shout out when he has to. He might do some other things, but he knows who to shout out when he has to. Because unless you Tinashe, because when I saw the ponytail whipping, the hip swirling, I said, that's who they trained Lisa to be like, Tinashe. And let me tell you something. She's coming to rightfully claim her pop queen crown, because I mean, right now you can consider her maybe in a pop princess era in terms of like the queens of it all, but she's like one like footstep to queendom. I mean, truly an innovator. She is a true creative who expresses their art in a way where you're just like, there is no one like you. You are the blueprint. Like truly.
Yes, absolutely 100%. I think with the run from her previous album into like the summer of K-pop songs that all sounded like her music, and now from the Grammys to this moment where it's just like unabashedly, she is the best at pop music. She is the pop song writer. Not even songwriter, it's the structure.
Production
she
is too,
the production. She's reshaping how we think about pop music. She has reshaped it, and she continues to push the envelope in America and therefore worldwide with what this genre can be, what it sounds like, what it has always been, and how it moves forward. And especially visually, to continue to captivate that too, that puts me with like, honestly, it's very, not too many people are giving you the song, the performance, and the visuals at this level. Like,
and also
really
I know, and I mean, I know she doesn't have to collaborate with anyone, but for me, if her, because I know they've met before, because she's mentioned this, but if her and Pink Panthers could just come out with a track, please and thank you, because I mean that would be a lovely melding of the Brits and the Americans.
There is one. I think they are working. I think that because
they did meet.
They did meet, and then I think someone asked Pink Panthers if anything was going to happen, and she's like, "Yeah, we've been in the recording studio together." And then almost like the next week was like her and was Pink Panthers and Kalela talking about how they collaborated. So I'm like, oh, all Pink Panthers is just working with everybody. Like everybody just loves and appreciates her because she's reflected in Tinashe and Kalela's production styles, and it's just lovely. Yeah, I think so. This album is coming out very soon, like it's September 24th, September 23rd.
September is going to be a good music month.
September is going to be a good music month. There are a lot of albums coming out right around the corner, and I am excited. And that's why we're going to be here for our playlist, and that's the end of our non-K-pop picks for the week. Let's get on into the bonus track we're just updating you on a bunch of crazy stories that have happened.
My
There's
goodness.
there was a solar eclipse. It seems like things went slightly crazy. A planet parade, a new moon. And honestly, the shenanigans seem to have all happened like on Wednesday. Or the follow up. Let's start with the follow up from Blackpink. It really was basically YG. Like there has been finger pointing and all of that, and it's basically YG, right?
Oh yeah. And you want me to go into a little bit of rundown of what I know so far?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, first of all, props to that woman with the golf club. I don't know who you are, but honestly, that's how a lot of Blinks
I
feel.
forgot about her.
I feel like that's how a lot of Blinks feel because I mean, YG and honestly, and this is a theory, not a fact, but some people were like, Lisa showed off her acting skills during the live when she accidentally tapped the screen to reveal what the staff wasn't paying attention, and there were like 3 people in a chair in a room, like, you know what I mean? And someone else said that apparently YG didn't even buy the cake. Rose bought the cake. So it's like, I'm like, and Lisa left immediately after it was done. So you could probably tell that no one really coordinated properly. It was probably Jisoo on the phone like, girls, we get here. And Lisa was like, I gotta get a quick visa. Give me a second. And then she flew over. And Lisa was like,
a 3-hour visa.
Truly, you can say what you want. You can say what you want about Lisa, but you know what? She will show up when she needs to show up. And like, she was like, you know what? I can do a quick live on a tourist visa. I'll get there. And then she made a quick pit stop and came out. And I mean, to get all the girls together to do that live, you know, while it isn't the celebration neither them nor Blinks deserved, at least it was something. And it's one of those things of just like, people also brought up how 21, when they disbanded, it was like, they didn't know they were disbanding. They found out on media with everybody else. And it's like, YG, you are an entertainment company of how many years? Of how many generations? Can you hire like an offboarding team or like you have the resources. Do this properly. And it's just like, even SM, even when they have all like members leaving left and right, scandals left and right, when it's time for an SM town concert, everything's arranged. So it's like, YG, take some lessons from SM and JYP family and like get yourself together.
Yeah, it's buffoonish behavior. Like, and speaking as a 21 fan, I absolutely expected this. We talked about it last week when Baby Monster came out with Moon. I found it very interesting that it was the same week as the Blackpink 10th anniversary. Why would you have all your resources? Why would you split your resources like that? And they didn't split their resources. They decided to do the whole full comeback for Baby Monster and just be like, all right, 3 Blackpink people go on out there and do that. Because also, Big Bang is going on tour, and they've got a single that's about to come out. Teasers for that came out. So it's just very much clearly YG does not care because maybe the proportion on the revenue is not what they want or not what they feel good about, or the speculation is that they feel like they sabotaged them for this so that they could say, oh, see, this was a mess. That's why you have to renew with us so that we can handle these situations better. But that's a very crazy way to kind of play that gambit. But gambits abound in this silly, silly world because the next thing is I want to talk about Katseye now. They have another song out. Hootie Fruity. They performed on the Today Show this morning, and it's a mess. It's 4 girls.
As I said previously, this is gnarly and Espanol. Like, and it was almost one of those moments where I was like, wow, you really waited for, it was like you waited for Yoonchae to turn 18 so you could do this stuff. And people in the comments, of course, like, you know, icons are supportive of Katseye. But there is also that double thing of like, we love Katseye, but also, do they always have to be in a bikini for every song? Does every song have to sound like either this or Ed Sheeran? Like, it's also just, it's one of those things of like, some people are like, I could see why Sophia fled. And it's like, and it's one of those things of, and when Laura even doubled down and said, we're supportive of Sophia and Manon, it's one of those things of just like, hi, Bex Geffen, whoever is in charge of all of this, you need to take a moment. You should cancel the upcoming tour, frankly, and just let these women heal, let them prepare, re-strategize, put Lara in charge of production along with her sister Rhea, so we can get some good bops with quality vocals, and I'd even say better styling, because it's just like it almost feels lazy at this point. You were like, okay, which one's going to be like our big cash cow? And then Gnarly was like a cash cow, and they're like, right, now we're going to stick with this blueprint forever. And it's like, no, that's not it. You need to take a step back. And I mean, this is not at fault to the girls themselves. I mean, not even girls, they're women, but to the women themselves. But it's one of those things of like management, styling, artist direction, like get it together immediately. HYBE, you like buying things, buy better artist direction. Thank you. Hire Tinashe.
Right?
Come on now.
Yes. Or even Manon just got nominated for a German commercial that she did with her friends, and they directed, and it's a beautifully shot. So I'm like, okay, it seems like all these girls, who would have thunk that outside of Korea you can find a bunch of girls that have been working and grinding for this, who already have friends and communities around them who want to make them look good and are capable of making them look good. So let's just let them source their own artistry themselves, because they are more than capable of doing that. But then sometimes you have a girl group that is too young, and when being presented with a table of things to do on Japanese national television, they choose to put on the Afro wig and do a Michael Jackson impersonation that, I don't know, maybe if you're 14, 15, 16, there's no reason to even think of what to do for a Michael Jackson. Maybe they have no idea. But hearts to hearts, you see how quickly I fall in love with someone and they disappoint me in these kind of ways. Slapping on that wig. Goofy
and
ass
it was
video.
also just like, it's like for you to think, I'm going to do a Michael Jackson impersonation where I do the lean from Billie Jean, and you decide to grab the Afro wig. I'm like, you're not singing A, B, C. You're doing the, you could have just had the sunglasses and just lean forward. You could have just done, okay, sunglasses and a moonwalk across the stage. You didn't need the Afro wig. You didn't need it. And at this point, it's one of those things of like, back in like 2007, 2008 K-pop, when these things happened, it was like, oh, they don't know, they're from Korea. It is 2026. Everybody knows what K-pop at least is, or at least has heard of K-pop. K-beauty's been popular internationally now for nearly, if not 10 years already. So it's one of those things of like, it's too late for the I didn't know. No. And I know that like statements have been released, and it's one of those things of like, I think even some of these entertainment companies, SM, can get, not just SM, but including, can get careless when it comes to, okay, we're going to market to a Japanese audience, and forgets the media training of like, we're in an age where everyone can see almost everything from every corner of the world. And if you don't know how many black American weebs there are specifically, you need to do your research, because you will get called out for stuff like this of like, oh, but it's just a fun show and I put on an Afro wig. It wasn't even, it's just like, it's Michael Jackson. That's what, like, you could have grabbed the denim jacket and put it on and leaned and been like, oh, Michael Jackson. You didn't need the wig. You didn't need it. Unnecessary. Unnecessary controversy.
Yes. It's like, we know what the images are. So you choosing to put on the Afro because he's black to indicate that he's black, even though you could have done something that looked more accurate. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. So that was that. And then let's see. I want to go to.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of dumb decisions.
Dumb decisions.
You go into it.
JHOPE, as if BTS cannot keep making the dumbest mistakes left and right, and for it to be coming straight from the top from their main dancer and the leader, JHOPE and RM were seen at Chris Brown and Usher's concert. And they posted it on their stories, and they met them backstage. So it's really just no kind of making excuses for them on this. Like,
well, even to this day, so many idols from Korea specifically are always like, oh, but we love Chris Brown and XYZ. And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, I can both understand, but I'm also like, you need to think a little bit more, because it's one of those things of like, yes, you may look to him for when you were growing up for performance inspiration, and then it's like you're like, oh, but Usher performed in Korea that one time, and now we all love him forever and always. But then it's like both of them should be knowledgeable of like the controversies that surround both of them. And I even know people in my personal life who have like traveled to go to the Chris Brown Usher show. Like I know that there are still many fans all across that support, but it's one of those things of like, you've been to the UN how many times to speak about love yourself and all that stuff, and then you're gonna go, I want to meet with Chris Brown who's beat the crap out of Rihanna. We're not letting that go ever. So ever. And with Usher and you know, I'm not even gonna say his name because I'm scared, but like, he who shall not be named in those parties with baby oil, you know, it's like one of those things where maybe like he posted it before HYBE's or Big Hit's PR team could step in time, but it's just like, it's like, you didn't need to post that. You could have just gone as celebrities and met them and just been like, we're not going to post jack squat, and we're going to make you sign NDA so you don't post jack squat, and then go our separate ways. Because I'm not going to, you know, and I saw a creator post about this, you know, it's not their responsibility to police the emotions of millions around the world, but at the same time, they need to be aware of the influence that they have and hold. So it's one of those things of just like, make them sign NDAs, you sign NDAs, they sign it. We met you, we saw the performance, and we left, and no one had to know at all. Like, but it's just like, no.
But they were proud. They were proud, and it just feels like another indicator of, you know, they're grown men doing grown men things, and this is them flaunting their grown men taste, and it makes me just think, ugh, bleh, bleh.
Yeah. And then if you want to be super optimistic, you can hope that it's one of those like, oh, it's just the music and not that the end is just like, but there's so much weight to it. This is the thing about PR. It's not just, oh, but they're just fans of the music. It's like there are plenty of people who were just fans of the music and don't like them personally. And they're not mega celebrities who have mega influence around the world, especially on young, impressionable minds. Where we're in an era where many young men especially are being subject to, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible because I still have a day job for my own life. But it's one of those things of just like, there are many young men being subject to views about anyone who's not a straight man that isn't healthy. And unfortunately, the worlds are connected. That's how I'll say it. And it's one of those things of just like, you have to understand the influence that you hold. And I don't know. They probably don't care and they're on to the next tour stop. But it's one of those things of just like, people are going to be mad. They're going to put out another song, or Jimin's going to like do a new hairstyle and everyone's going to like gloss over it.
Yep. It's unfortunate. I don't think that we're going to get an apology or an acknowledgement from this situation because, I mean, again, when is HYBE not? It's every other week. It's a HYBE thing. And this time it's Katseye and BTS. So, you know, it's to be expected. So let's end the episode with the lightest, most hilarious, and most chaotic pairing that I think happened.
And on a happy note, because honestly, I wish I was there. I have FOMO.
Me too. I was like, this is so crazy.
Yes.
Vernon looks so like knowing that this is gonna go viral, and he doesn't know how to compose himself. And he's trying to look so cool. Twigs walks onto the stage wearing a beaded bodysuit bikini. They hug, and it's very, very casual and very cordial. They're doing their song, and I think V8 is like in the back corner, just kind of vibing out.
I need to explain this video, at least from this angle, because she was wearing, I don't know if it was the same night or two different nights, because she had like a long pink wig with a bandana and then a red wig with a clip. I don't know which wig she took off, but she took off one of those wigs. She was wearing, that slinky top. Then she had these black leather shorts on top with some sandal Louboutins, because you saw those red bottoms when the time came. Got on stage. Vernon was trying to be like, I'm not going to touch you, but I'm going to vibe because I don't want a controversy, because he's smart enough to know with his stepped out of a manga hair. VA was like, oh, this is a real party, like with his sunglasses of like, I've been living this life, but now I'm living this life. Vibing with FKA Twigs. And again, no controversy. It's all cute. It's all fun. And I mean, in three steps, there's a pole. And we all know FKA Twigs is a phenomenal pole dancer. She gets on that pole and she does her thing. And I'm just like, how like if you told 15-year-old me who just got into K-pop that Vernon and V8 would be performing on stage and FKA Twigs would be on stage as a pole dancer with them, I would look at you sideways. It is one of those anomalies that you're like, hot, but also thank you, because I love it. And honestly, now I'm going to imagine in my head that I'm spinning on a pole. I've done pole once. I might do it again, but also it was a lot the first time I did it. It's just like, it was one of the, it's hilarious in like, not a haha, that's funny way, but in a what kind of way.
Yes. Yeah, this is like one of the things that lets you be like, these people are famous. And now you can see that they're just, everybody's having fun. Yes. Everyone is so casual. Everyone's so casual that I know they knew they were going to gag everybody with what was going to happen. So it was just it's just so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, amazing. That's how you do it. That's real collaboration here, and with the right like connections to like really cause a stir. That's how you do it. Vernon really does. And Vernon is really good at calling out cool female artists to collaborate with, and then just kind of make it happen in the background. So I really like good taste, Vernon. I know that this is. I mean,
he was born in New York. So.
Yes, yeah, I 100%. I know this is only Vernon's doing, and I love that he is always getting the girls together and creating a viral moment.
Yeah, and also it's a nod to how Seven, or at least V8 and Vernon are as people, because it's like FKA Twigs isn't going to do that and vibe with you if you're not, you know what I mean? Like she's one of those people where it's like, if I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. So for her to be that casual and comfortable and like, yeah, I'll get on the pole and spin, a vibe. I wish I was there.
I wish I was there. Please come to New York, everybody. Let us in on the pole dancing. I'll hop on the pole. Why not? Yeah. Everybody can be on the pole. Vernon can be on the pole. V8 can be on the pole. Twigs can be on the pole. We'll be on the pole and have a good time.
Yes.
That's it for the K-pop Top 5. K-pop Top 5. For
Top
this
5.
week, August the 14th, 2026. Thank you so much. We had a really great show. Who knew how chaotic it could be when the planets align in just the right way?
Yeah.
I have been DJ McIver, Ms. DJ McIver, on all platforms, djmciver.com. You can find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays at I Love Dance in Manhattan. At 7 p.m., I teach K-pop diet dance. On Sundays, I teach at 6 p.m. in Flushing and online. Angelica, where can everybody find you?
You can find me everywhere as AMW Loves, including Instagram and my website. You can find me at Form and Flow teaching Vinyasa on Sunday mornings and Sunday at 6 p.m. of Flow and Restore.
See you guys. Have a good week.
Bye.